Once upon a time, far, far away, was a world governed equally by light and shadow. On one end lived the Queen of Light, and everywhere her hand touched was in harmony. She ruled fearlessly, but with a kind heart, protecting all that was good and peaceful. In this world was a young girl, innocent and humble. She was born into the gray from the light and the shadows, the bridge between all that was good and forgotten. The Queen of Light took delight in the girl and called upon all the stars in the galaxies to protect her. For if the girl were to be taken over, the world would be lost. But lurking in the hollows was another queen. The Queen of Shadows. Cloaked in darkness and veiled where the light could not touch, she peered through the shadows with eyes large and always watching. And she was watching the girl. One dark, quiet night, the Queen of Shadows sent her soldier to steal the girl, holding her captive in the shadows and waging war. And all the girl wanted was to be free.
I'm looking up, I was down, but nothing's gonna stop me now. Here I am, I see it finally. I've broken out of the gray so I can fight another day. Inside of me is an army, 'cause I just wanna be free. 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 'Cause I just wanna be free.
But the girl was not yet strong enough to fight. What would become of her? What would become of the light? Save the girl.
Hello, Valentine. Spankie Valentine here, or should I say currently, the Queen of Shadows. Look deep into my eyes. This is my entry to the NYX Face Awards. This is for the first challenge, which was a fairy tale theme. If you guys would like to see me advance to the next round, there is a link down below in the description box where you can vote for me up to 3 times a day from the same email address. We can do it, Valentines. I believe in us. For the intro, I created 2 queens, 2 looks. Apparently I like to torture myself. Feeling like a unicorn threw up glitter on my face. Let's get started. I'd like to deeply apologize for you having to look at my naked face right now. First, we're gonna prime it up so we can smack it down. I'm using the NYX Hydro Touch Primer all over the face because I'm pretty sure queens do not have time for pores. Now we're gonna beat this face into full-blown submission. I am starting off with the NYX HD Foundation. Apply it all over your face to start as a base. Maybe sing to yourself. Go ahead and apply your concealer as you normally would from the brows down. Once you start looking like a Picasso painting, you know you're doing it right, and blend all of that out. Now before those bags of doom can even think about creasing, I'm watching you. I'm going to apply the NYX HD finishing powder under my eyes and on the lower portion of my face. I feel like the Queen of Light should have light coming forth from her eyeballs. We're gonna put disco balls on our eyeballs. I'm gonna first prime with the NYX eyeshadow base all over the lid and up to the brow bone to make sure everything stays put. Next, I'm going to set all of that with the NYX eyeshadow in Whipped Cream. This will help make blending your shadows easier. I'm going to go in with the NYX Beauty School Dropout palette. I am going to take this light gray shade right here, gently buff that into the crease, the booty crack of your eye, and work that into the inner and outer corners using a tapered brush. I'm using the NYX shadow in Hot Black. I don't know where that accent just came from, but let's go with it. And I'm just popping that into the inner and outer corner and take the excess and just windshield wiper it through the crease. And now for the disco balls, I'm gonna take the NYX eyeshadow in shade Tin. I'm gonna pop that in with the number 13 brush right on the center of the lid, the high points where you want that light to be coming from within. Yes! Remove that excess angel vomit that we had. Okay, I'm gonna take some of that black shadow and run it underneath my eye from the outer corner towards the center. Now we could stop right here, but we're queens and we do the most. So we're gonna apply some glitter on the highlights. I'm using the NYX Glitter Primer, and on top of that, the NYX Glitter in Crystal. All over the shiny balls on the top of the lids and in that inner corner to make it come through. I'm gonna hit my waterline with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Cottage Cheese. I'm gonna curl and coat my lashes with some mascara. There's a big part of me that wants to pretend that this is not happening right now. Nope, it's happening. I'm gonna stack 2 pair of NYX Wicked Lashes in Sinful and Corrupt. I wanted it to feel like the light was coming from the forehead and the eyes and radiating outward. So taking some white face paint, I am just applying it on my forehead and feathering it down the bridge of my nose to start off with. I'm also going to apply this over the eyebrows as a base. And I'm just going to softly blend out the edges of the white face paint. I'm also going to bring that down onto the high points of my cheeks and down the bridge of my nose to add an extra frosty white highlight and blend all of that out. Next, I'm going to set her royal pastiness using the NYX eyeshadow in Whipped Cream all over the areas that we applied the white face paint. I'm going to take the NYX Glitter Primer and the loose glitter in Ice and apply this all over the forehead, the cheeks. Take the highlights at 10 and then we're gonna go all the way to 11, okay? So we're gonna bring some life back into the face. I'm using the NYX Ombre Blush. This is in Code Breaker. Starting with the darker shade, I'm gonna carve out the hollow of my cheek and then work with the brighter shade over the top. I'm doing this after the highlight and the glitter because I want the glitter to feel like it is shining through versus sitting on the top of your contour. And then I'm gonna blend that all out with the NYX Kabuki brush. I'm gonna glitterize and snatch the brows. Now I'm using the NYX White Liquid Liner just to mask out the darkness that is those grizzly bears above my eyes. I'm then gonna use the NYX Glitter in Blue and carve out whatever kind of brow shape you want. I'm going with a natural look here. These brows just laid my edges and snatched my man. I want the lashes to pop a little bit more, so I'm going to take that same white liquid liner and just lightly brush it on the tips of the lashes. Now we're gonna hit the lips with one more time. I'm gonna hit the outside edges with the NYX Liquid Suede. This is in shade Amethyst. And then in the center, I'm going to pop in the NYX Macaron Lippy in the shade Blue Velvet and feather it out and blend. And And then I'm popping a little shimmer on the lips because they gotta shine too. We're gonna add some details to the face for extra zhuzh by attaching some rhinestones. Taking the liquid liner, I'm just dotting out placement of where I want them to go. And then over those dots, I'm gonna take some spirit gum. You can also use eyelash adhesive if you prefer. And then one by one, place your rhinestones. I'm doing it around both of the brows and down the cheekbones. Then I'm gonna fill in a few extra of those white dots around the forehead and the cheek. I'm also gonna bring them down above and below my mouth. I also placed a couple dots under the eyes and along the brow bone. Lastly, I wanted each queen to have a neck piece, but I didn't want them to be so elaborate that they took attention away from the face. So for this queen, I'm just applying some of that white face paint on my neck and kind of fading it down the chesticle region. Just like the forehead, I covered the neck in the NYX Ice Glitter to give it some shimmer. Then I'm using some spirit gum and I am attaching some loose sequins all over the neck. This will give her a little more light reflection because that's what she's all about. Let's try the Queen of Shadows, and for this I'm going to go into voiceover mode.
Now resist the urge to be jealous of my fuzzy edges, which are so very unlaid. We're gonna lather, rinse, repeat with the primer, foundation, our Picasso concealer, and our HD powder. Make sure you hit the neck with it this time because we are gonna be creating a cool neck piece for this look using some fishnet stockings. I suggest you trim off the top so that you make a little donut that your face fits through. Oh, these edges. If you don't do that, then when you pull it on your face, you're gonna wind up with fishnet face. Now, if fishnet face is what you were going for, then do you, boo. I pulled up the top to make it taut, and then I'm taking the NYX Primal Colors in Hot Black, and we are going to dab it. Get it? With the number 5 brush, I am dabbing this all over the neck. I'm doing it in kind of a shaded pattern versus a solid black. It's totally your preference how you want to do it. And then when you remove the stocking, bam, look at that, a nice neck piece. I'm going to hit it with the NYX Matte Finish Spray to make sure it stays put. Oh, these edges. And then we are going to prime our lids with the NYX eyeshadow base all over. Grab the Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk and a very sharp liner brush, and we're just going to dip that in the tip and use this as a gel liner to trace out the oversized shape for the whites of the eyes. I'm basically bringing down the inner corner and making a very dramatic cat liner shape. It's kind of like, I don't know, a Cleopatra feel. And then I'm going to fill it all in with the jumbo pencil and hit the details with the brush. And then I am going to set it with the NYX white eyeshadow in Whipped Cream to make sure it doesn't crease. Now with the jumbo eye pencil in Black Bean, we are going to trace out the black shapes. I'm basically just lining my lid and bringing the inner corner outward. And then I'm tracing a line from my bridge of my nose all the way up to the brow, tracing around the white areas that we laid down, drawing a bar to flatten out the eye shape on the top and making a very dramatic winged cat look. I'm going to fill it all in with the jumbo stick, line my lower lid, and then I'm going to take the black shadow and set everything to make sure it doesn't budge, as well as smoke out the bottom lid. Once we've completed this, grab your NYX matte liquid liner, and I am going to carve out the pupil shape. Make this any kind of shape that you want. I just went with a large dramatic circle, and then I filled it all in as well. And if you make a mistake, people, that's what the white liquid liner is for. Clean it up, move on. I'm going to take the milk pencil and line my lower waterline, and then of course set with shadow the pupil. And now I'm just drawing out some fake lashes to make it look really animated. You can do as many of these as you want to. I put some of them at the top. I didn't want to cover the entire top, but you know. Then I'm going to coat my lashes with several coats on the top because most of this look you're going to be eyes closed, so you want the top of your lashes to show. And then I grabbed as many wicked lashes as I possibly could, popped those on my eyes so that I have a dramatic look when the eyes are open, and then we got this when your eyes are closed. Snatch that NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette, and taking the darkest shade, we are going to carve out a razor sharp cheekbone contour. And of course we're going to snatch the nose. Now I figured the Queen of Shadow should have some more shadows on her face, so I'm taking the black shadow and very lightly carving that into the contour and buffing it out with the fan brush. Now she figured she probably wanted a little bit of highlight, but this is more of a matte highlight just to bring out those cheekbones a little bit more and give those cheeks some hot red as a blusher. Now I am going to do a duo color lip
lip using the NYX Ombre Lip Duo in Hearts and Spades. I am filling in the upper lip with the red and the lower lip with a black. And what I recommend is taking pigmented shadows to set all of this, or you could use a translucent shadow. That way when you close your lips, the colors don't mix. I added the signature black dots with the liquid liner, and now we just gotta finish off with the face. I grabbed some skewer sticks. I painted them red, I cut the tips off, and using some lash glue or whatever kind of adhesive you like, stick them on your eyes and you're done. Yes.
All right, Valentines, I really hope that you enjoyed this. So if you want to vote for me, check the link down below. You can vote up to 3 times a day from the same email address. Share it with your friends, your family if you did enjoy it, and leave me a comment. I like to read them. I love you so much. I will see you in the next video. Some mooches. Bye.